Next up on The Factor, more drama at the Houston Independent School District. We've learned HISD got 2 letters from the Texas Education Agency today. One was to suspend the search for a new superintendent until the agency completed special accreditation investigation. The second was to notify HISD that there is an investigation regarding some board members giving contracts to friends. Here to talk about this is HISD Board Trustee and Attorney Jolanda Jones. Glad to have you here on The Factor Uncensored.
Thanks for having me.
Disturbing to hear this latest allegation that some may have given friends contracts or business as usual.
So first of all, it's not surprising to those of us who pay attention to HISD. People have been telling us about what's going on. I just didn't want to believe it, right? But I'm not surprised at all. I didn't know TEA was investigating that, so I'm glad that they are. I almost never agree with TEA, and I don't recall ever agreeing with Governor Abbott. So they must be doing such a bad job that they have me and the governor on the same page about stopping this superintendent search. So that's the universe aligning.
Now, for those who may be just hearing this for the first time, what's the exact allegation when it comes to contracts in HISD?
Well, they're looking at procurement issues. The way that the law is set up is you have to have a procurement department that vets people who want to do business with the district or any governmental entity that receives federal funds, and the elected people aren't supposed to be a part of it. After procurement goes through an objective process, and then they bring it to the board or city council, whatever, then we vote on it. Well, we have people interfering, allegations of board members interfering and trying to steer contracts to people they like. So,
and that's a serious issue.
Oh, absolutely. That's what the whole Larry Marshall thing was about. Now, so this is Larry Marshall 2.0. And I actually now...
and for those who are not familiar with Larry Marshall, we got to lay that out. What happened there?
Larry Marshall was a trustee, and he got found liable for doing similar things with contracts. So, and it's interesting because President Davila was on the board previously. I didn't know her then, but it's my understanding that she got off the board under, I mean, people speculate about why she got off the board, but I think that birds of a feather flock together, and I think that a tiger's stripes are tiger stripes.
Well, we'd love to hear from her if she wants to come on The Factor and give her...
She says she welcomes the TEA investigation, and so do I. But
now, let's talk about the superintendent, ending the search for the new superintendent. How significant is that, and why stop it?
It is very significant. It's actually a temporary suspension, and I think they're going to finish interviewing, finish investigating first. But if you think about it, if the president, and I said if, is being investigated for doing illegal things, then we can't have her voting on stuff, right? And they're already being investigated as a walking quorum. So I heard that one of my colleagues was announcing at her community meetings that they would be announcing the new superintendent on Wednesday. Well, I don't know who the new superintendent is.
And that's part of the problem, having a clique and doing business.
Clique is a good word, but
doing business behind the public's back and not including everyone in the board. Well, that's a serious problem.
So I heard they were whining today about being blindsided by TEA. Well, join the club. Y'all blindsided us when y'all voted to vote down the budget. Y'all blindsided us when y'all wrongfully terminated Superintendent Layton. Y'all blindsided us at every meeting. So what's good for the goose? I'm gonna need for you to stop whining, or somebody needs to give me some brie, some cheese, some grapes, and to go with all that whining they do.
So what's the next step for you guys now as a board until all of these issues are resolved?
Oh, did you know they had a press conference? I call them the blindsiders, hashtag the blindsiders. They evidently had a press conference today, and they've called an emergency meeting for Thursday, I guess going to decide whether they get outside counsel to represent, I guess, them in these new set of investigations. But I'm betting, I ain't a betting person, except for maybe a lottery ticket 2 times a year. But I'm willing to bet you that that decision has already been made, and they're going to vote to hire outside counsel, because all I'm saying is what's done in the dark
comes to the light. Thank you.
You sure will.
Jones for being here on The Factor Uncensored.